Pat Shaq has hosted Wheel of Fortune for almost 40 years, a popular game show in America. Pat Shaq, a game show legend, has retired from the show after a 4-decade career, captivating millions of viewers with his humor and lively personality. Viewers are saddened by the departure of a beloved TV personality. This has sparked anticipation for the show's future, including the mystery behind the host's departure and the choice of a new host. Join us as we explore the future of the W Game show. Pat Shaq was born in Chicago, Illinois, on October 26, 1946, to Polish-American parents. He had a distant relationship with his father Leonard Stock and his paternal grandparents. His parents divorced in his early childhood, and his mother Joyce Sajak remarried Walter Blee in 1956. After his father's death in 1966, Sajak lost contact with his family. He attended Farragut High School and graduated in 1964. He subsequently worked as a desk clerk at the Palmer House Hilton Hotel in Chicago while attending Columbia College. At a young age, Sajak became interested in broadcast entertainment by watching Jack Paar on The Tonight Show. In a 2012 interview with the Hoover Institution, Sajak revealed that he would sneak out of bed at night to watch The Tonight Show, inspired by his role model Jack Paar. He began his career as an announcer on a local radio station in 1966 and later became a guest DJ on WLS Radio's Dick Beyond show after winning a contest at Columbia University. Shaq was employed to work from midnight to 6 a.m. after applying for the job. In 1967, he joined the U.S. Army and served for 2 years in Vietnam, where he became a radio DJ for the Army station in Saigon. After leaving the Army in 1970, he struggled to find a new job in his field. He later worked at NBC affiliate WSM in Nashville, where he was a radio DJ and TV announcer, often filling in for regulars. Sajak's humorous disposition was noticed by Los Angeles's NBC affiliate KBC, which hired Shaq as one of its weathermen in 1977. Thus, with Shaq presenting the weather report for the West Coast's epicenter of television, he came to the attention of many influential people including Jack Paar, who sent Shaq a letter of commendation. Shaq was also spotted by M.V. Griffin, the producer of Jeopardy, which aired from 1964 to 1975, and Wheel of Fortune, which has been airing since 1975 up to the present time. When The Wheel of Fortune was in search of a new host in 1981, Griffin convinced NBC to hire Sajak. There was some controversy at first because Shaq was not a very popular figure, but Shaq was offered the job. He hosted Wheel of Fortune for the first time on the 28th of December. 1981. On that day, a new element of the game was introduced known as the bonus round, in which the contestant who had won was given an opportunity to win more prizes by solving an additional puzzle during his time as the host. Sajak was also behind the scenes giving directions to the game's contestants and sharing his thoughts with the viewers on the show. He is usually accompanied by a co-host, which was initially Susan Stafford. She would stand beside the letterboard and uncover each letter, as it was being called by the contestants. When Stafford resigned from the show in 1982 to study clinical psychology, White took her place. White became so much a part of the show that by 1988 the New York Times noted that Shaq was perhaps best known as Vanna White's co-host. Wheel of Fortune moved to nighttime syndication in September 1983 while also remaining on NBC during the daytime. This was an effort to expand its audience base. However, only a few local stations could take the show at first because it occupied half of an hour and the station had to find something to put in the second half in an attempt to complement Wheel of Fortune in the second half of an hour. Griffin proposed a revival of Jeopardy with the Canadian host Alex Trebek as the new host of the show and offered the show for syndication in 1984. The tactic worked. The two shows became the first and second most watched programs in syndication by 1986 due to the show's success. SCK gained fame across the country with Wheel of Fortune syndication and was offered other shows. In 1984 to 1986, he hosted the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. In 1989, he was offered the Pat Sajak Show, a late-night CBS show that ran until 1990. Guests included Jack Paar, who had left late-night television in 1965 to host the CBS late-night talk show. In 1989, Pat Sajak left NBC and was replaced by Ralph Benke on the Wheel of Fortune's daytime version. In the 1990s, he continued to host the syndicated evening version of the show. In 1998, he bought Broadcasting House, focusing on his passion rather than money. Shaq Broadcasting Corporation acquired the license for another Westminster, Maryland AM radio station in 2005. After a few years, Shaq sold both licenses. WT's license sold for $325,000 in 2013, while WNAV's sold for $11,000 in 2021. Sajak provided $100,000 for Nav to move from the land he wished to sell. Sajak founded Pat Productions and Bojack Records, small production companies that develop ideas and materials for the television and music industries. His conservative ideology is evident in his life outside Wheel of Fortune, where he expresses his honest opinions about entertainment industry culture and openly advocates for his political views. In 2018, Sek returned for the 36th season and became the host. SJCK, the longest-serving game show host in American television, was recognized by Guinness World Records on May 8, 2019. He has also received numerous awards, including the People's Choice Award in 1987, Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Game Show Host in 1993, 1997, and 1998, and the Daytime Emmy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2011. Pat Shaq married Leslie Brown in 1989 after a brief divorce from Cheryl Shaq in 1979. The couple met through friends and now lives in Silver Spring, Maryland, with a second home in Los Angeles. Leslie has appeared on Wheel of Fortune multiple times and personally hosted an anniversary special. Pat confessed that marrying Leslie brought him happiness and contentment. Leslie is a compassionate and supportive wife who has supported Pat in his career. Together, they have raised 2 children and built a happy family. Pat and Leslie have 2 children, Patrick Michael James SJCK, a son, and Maggie Sajak, a daughter. Born in September 1990, Patrick Michael James Shaq is a doctor who graduated from medical school in 2021. Maggie, a country music singer born in 1995, has made guest appearances on Wheel of Fortune and replaced Vanna White as a letter turner during Pat's absence. In addition to hosting, Pat is a sports enthusiast and loves baseball, especially the Baltimore Orioles. In March 2012, SJAC revealed that he had announced baseball games during a guest appearance in the broadcast booth at a Baltimore Orioles vs. Boston Red Sox spring training game. He also enjoys writing and has contributed columns to conservative papers. He also holds a pilot's license and enjoys flying planes. His media work history. The Great is a brief instructive video featuring Pat Shaq. The U.S. Constitution, used in the George Washington Estates Mount Vernon, is highlighted in this film to raise visitor knowledge. Shaq, portraying a reporter, combines his broadcasting experience with historical facts and information about the Constitution. Sajak, a Republican, previously pinned stories for conservative weekly Human Events and is a frequent contributor and podcaster at a right-wing website. Ricochet in 2019 saw Pat Shaq undergo an intestinal blockage surgery, and while recovering, Vanna White took over hosting duties for Wheel of Fortune. After recovering, Sajak resumed presenting the show, sharing his focus on his health and family, as he hoped to retire shortly. Sajak, a fan of the Washington Capitals and Philadelphia Flyers, has revolutionized the game show industry with his professionalism and unique ability to entertain contestants and audiences. He also skated to the ice before Game 3 of the 2018 Stanley Cup Finals. Pat Shaq, a television personality, actor, and game show host, has an estimated net worth of $75 million. He is known for hosting Wheel of Fortune, which he has been hosting since 1981. He is one of the highest-paid TV hosts, earning $15 million annually. Despite only shooting 4 days a month for $15 million, Shaq and White's work on Wheel of Fortune can be exhausting. A season of the show requires 195 episodes. Additionally, Shaq and White star in the 2021 spin-off Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. Shaq earns approximately $15 million annually from licensing his image for the popular Wheel of Fortune slot machine in casinos. In a tweet on June 12, 2023, Shaq announced that he would be retiring from presenting Wheel of Fortune after 41 years. Shaq commented on his career. Well, the time has come, he tweeted. For various reasons I have decided that our 41st season, which will start in September, will be my last. I have had a great time and will have much more to say in the coming months. Thank you all. People were quick to come out and pay homage to Jack's time on the show, including his former co-host Vanna White. Following this announcement, people wondered if Vanna White, Jack's co-host for several years, would replace him as the show host. Vanna has been associated with Wheel of Fortune for more than 40 years, and viewers are still captivated by her elegant style and smile, despite the fact that she is more associated with reading those famous letters. She has sometimes hosted in Sajak's absence and has proved she can host the show as well. I've been incredibly fortunate to work alongside Pat for all these years. He has been an amazing mentor and friend to me. As for taking over as the host, well, it's something that I would definitely consider if the opportunity arises, but Pat is irreplaceable and it will be a big challenge to fill his shoes. Vanna, when asked if she would succeed Shaq, also mentioned rumors that Pat's daughter, Maggie, may be the next in line to host Wheel of Fortune. After seeing a videotape of Pat and Maggie tormenting each other on Wheel of Fortune, viewers suspected 28-year-old Maggie could become the new host in January 2020. Maggie debuted in Wheel of Fortune as Vanna White's substitute for 1 week during Pat Shaq's surgery. In 2021, she became a social media correspondent. Fans have focused on Pat's comments about Maggie's hosting abilities during the December 2021 holiday special. Maggie played host, entertaining Pat and Vanna with simple Christmas questions at the end of the broadcast on December 27, 2022. Pat shared his view that his daughter was a terrific host. His statement sparked media speculation about her training to replace Pat Sjck in the Wheel of Fortune. Some speculate that Maggie may become a permanent letter. Maggie Turner, a social media correspondent on Wheel of Fortune, joined the show in 2021 and has appeared on screen and behind the camera. While she has not been given major responsibilities, some believe her role on the show is a precursor to becoming the host. In September 2022, Shaq expressed his desire to leave the show, stating that he would not continue for another 40 years. This was followed by speculation that he may leave after he had to leave the set during taping on April 26, 2023. During the bonus round, Pat Sajak was absent, and Jim Thornton took over as the host. Viewers were confused and thought Sajak was ill or had lost his job. Sajak, now 77, retired to spend more time with his family and step back from the show. He said that it was time for him to retire. Last year, Ryan Cest was named Pat Se during the official announcement. On June 27, 2023, Sony Pictures Television announced that Cest, known for his roles on American Idol and Live with Kelly and Ryan, will take over as host of Wheel of Fortune after Shaq's retirement after 41 years. Cest will also serve as a consulting producer on the show. Shaq supported the choice, expressing confidence in Crest's ability to carry on.